Yo, 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 yo. Okay, y'all excuse me. I've been motivated to go in on this white people conversation again. We bringing it back. Oh shit, what up, X? Shouts out to you, my nigga. You know we had to run this motherfucker back, man. We bringing it back. I need the white community to come together to finally come up with a cogent definition of what makes a person white, man. Nobody can explain to me what whiteness is. What makes you white? Nobody can do it, man. All they keep saying is white just mean light skin. And then when I say, okay, what about Asian people? Are they white? They arguably lighter skinned than you are. Then it turns into, oh, wait, no. What about this other shit? It's like, why you didn't mention the other shit beforehand? And then the other shit don't even, don't make it no easier to understand it. Let me see if I can change up this box a little bit. It might be, oh, somebody tried to jump in already. Shout out to you, X. Yo.
Hello.
Hey, what's good, man? Yo, you know what I came to do, X. So, Steve, firstly, how you doing, man? Can I get your pronouns?
Yeah, absolutely. My pronouns are he, him.
Fantastic. Do you think white culture exists?
I do, yeah, but not in a wrong way, like you probably think I do.
I got you, bro. Let me know what makes a person white, and then you can explain the culture thing.
Their heritage.
I got you. You can try to explain the culture part, and then we can circle back to the first question. Go ahead.
Well, for example, I think it's common knowledge that most people's ancestors date back to Africa, and then over hundreds of thousands of years, they obviously traveled and people became white, and then they had children, and eventually it got to me where I am, and I've ended up white. Some people were black, some people were white, some people were whatever. So yeah, that's what I think being white is.
All right, but my thing is like what you just explained didn't really tell me what makes you white. You just kind of categorized a group of people as white. And I don't understand what the requirements are to be a part of that group. Like, what is it that makes them a part of the white group?
Having white skin.
Having white skin. Okay. Are you sure that's all you want to add to that?
Well, that's very generic. It's not all I have to say, but that's, I think, what you're looking for. That's a definition.
Is that like the main thing, or is that like the majority thing, or is it some other parts of it you want to? I'm asking you this because the reason I'm asking you this is because the next question I'm gonna ask you is, are Koreans white? And obviously, you're gonna say no to that. So they can't just be white skin, right?
Right, but that's my point. That's what I mean by it's not. I think it is a majority thing. However, if someone has, I don't know, a British parent and an African parent, you would call them mixed. You wouldn't call them white or black. You would call them mixed. So I think being white.
So my thing is, like, you just brought up Africa and some other nation. I forgot what you said. You're referring to nationalities now. I'm talking about being white racially. What makes you a part of the racial group white?
Have I not already explained this? I thought I had.
No, because your explanation was about how if a person from Africa and a person from Europe got together, the person would be mixed. They wouldn't be one or the other. I'm not equating European as white. I don't think European equals white.
Well, I think European ancestry would make you white. Yes.
Okay. What is the purpose of the term white if you just mean European?
Because if you go back to our, I don't mean to keep bringing up ancestors, but it is kind of my main point here. If you go back to at the time of our ancestors, some of them would have been white and some of them would have been black. So I think over time,
Steve, you're begging the question. You're saying that back in the day they would have been white. What I'm asking you is, what does white mean? What
The
makes a person white?
white majority of my point is white skin.
Okay, we wouldn't be able to apply this to Asian people.
Well, no, because they were Asian.
Yeah, but they have white skin.
Not all of them.
Like 90% of them have white skin.
No, they don't.
Are you sure about that? What's the color of the skin? What color would you say they have? Are they brown?
Indians are, and India is a population of I think about 2 billion people. So that's already about what's that? Half the world's not a third of the world's population, a quarter of the world's population. That's a huge chunk of the world's population, and their majority of them are brown.
Yeah, you know what? I think you got me there. I ain't even think about the Indians. You're right about that. But I'm not talking about the Indians. I'm talking about like Koreans, Japanese, Chinese, Laos. Well, Laotians are kind of brown too, but like
Well,
we
this
wouldn't.
isn't
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
this isn't a racial point in any way at all. I'm not trying to be discriminatory here, but you can tell Asians apart from Europeans very easily. They have very distinct facial features, and you can tell them apart. So,
See, I would agree with you on that, but that's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm telling you it can't. Like, we have to move away from it being about white skin, because clearly there's people with white skin that aren't right.
yeah.
So, like the features you're talking about, what are like these objective features that white people have that would make them white?
Well, white skin and white heritage.
I mean, like phenotypically, like the way they look. What makes them look white?
Well, if you just picture your average European white person, man or woman, that's what I would see white as.
Okay, we're going in a circle. Thank you, Steve. We're going in a circle now. You're just saying, oh, white. If a white person is European, European is white. Okay, thank you. Let's get to the next person here. All right, never mind. Oh, never mind. They're there. All right, IDK.
Yeah, what's up, boo?
What's up with you, man? Can you let me know, firstly, what are your pronouns?
She, her.
She, her. All right. Do you think white culture exists?
Do I think white culture exists? Yes. Oh, wait.
Come on now.
Actually, yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
All right, cool. Now let me know what makes a person white.
Mm. Their culture.
Their culture. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
what is I am afraid to ask this, but what culture is it that firstly, let's agree on what culture is. We would
Okay.
agree that culture is like food, music, dance, traditions. Like we'd agree that that's culture, right?
Yeah, I agree, but I also agree, like, it's what they think, their standards in life and stuff like that,
Well,
and their
yeah, like
status.
values. Yeah, that would be a part of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let me know, what is the white culture?
The white culture is they celebrate. I mean, I don't really know too much because I'm not white. But
Mm,
from what I see, from my point of view, is they celebrate togetherness. They
mm,
celebrate money, power.
money. Mm,
Yeah, they celebrate money. They celebrate power. Um, and getting off on people,
interesting.
robbing them for their money. Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. So would you say that like this is applying to, firstly, would you make the claim that white people are of European heritage?
Like, does what make a white person, like,
Yeah,
basically, are
like,
you saying like
yeah,
white
like
people are
it.
of Europe?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, uh, yeah, I would. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, not. I mean, not every white person is from Europe. Italians are. Is that in Europe?
But
Italy?
yeah, Italy is in Europe, but they
Okay.
weren't.
Okay. Well, then,
Uh,
yeah, I would say yeah. Like, yeah, Europe makes a white person. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like
Actually, wait. I
Italians.
wouldn't always say that though. I wouldn't always. I would say like yes, it does. but there's like people from other countries that would consider themselves white. Like
Yeah.
some parts of America, some
Mhm.
people would consider themselves white in South
Mhm.
Africa, America. My bad.
South America, yeah. Yeah, like Argentina and stuff like that. Well, thank you,
Hmm.
IDK. I appreciate your input there. All right, let's go on to the next person. Let's see what TR has to say. What up, TR?
What up, Kenny? Or I'm
All
not sure if
right.
it's Kenny
Nah, you
Wilson.
said it right. You said it right.
I said it,
So
Kenny.
first,
All right.
that's perfect, perfect. So what are your pronouns?
I am she, her. I am 43 and I am YT.
It's okay. I just needed the pronouns. That was all. I
Oh,
use the
okay.
pronouns things
I
to
know
kind of
like
trigger
a lot of
people.
people have like in other panels like asked all those
Yeah,
things.
they're asking because they want to be able to put you in a box to know
But
how to argue
I
against
get
you.
it. I get it.
I'm asking because I know that triggers some people, and I think it's funny when people get triggered by that. But the next thing I wanted to ask you was, do you think white culture exists?
Yes, I do.
All right, now let me know what makes a person white.
I think a lot of things. I think the color of your skin. I think that your culture, as far as like, especially like the holidays that you celebrate and stuff like that.
Mm,
There's a lot of different things that like make a person like YT. Number one, I think that has to do with your skin color.
yeah.
At first, for instance, like I'm Irish, English, and French Canadian, so like my skin color is very pale. I think that there are different, races, ethnicities. I think that there are different things that like people is their culture, and I think that a lot of people don't know. And I'm sorry, I think that like probably will people will hate me for saying this, but I think that there's a lot of black culture that like celebrates white culture,
Mm.
and they don't realize that they actually do that. Um, I'm not a racist. I'm not thinking that my race is superior to another person's. Um, there's a lot of things that I wish would change.
Well, let me stop you. You're saying a lot. So the
I
first thing I
know.
want to ask is because you said white skin. Let's start there. Let's do this. Let's try to do this one by one.
Yes,
So
yes,
white skin.
yes, sir.
I know you
I
said some other
know.
things
Say
after
that.
that,
Yes.
but like you, not only are there people who are white that are not white that have white skin, but there are people that are from European nations that weren't considered white up to like almost 100 years ago. Like, how important is having white skin to being white?
Mm, I don't think that is like that important, but I think that like I don't even know how to explain it. Like I think that like based on what you look like, that's the way that people are gonna treat you, and
Yeah,
you
I
can't
know, but
deny it.
the what I'm trying to get at is it can't be white skin because if we look at like a Korean or a Japanese person, you I think you would agree with me that they have pretty white skin, but nobody would call them white, right?
Well, they have like tan skin, but yeah,
Tan? You think the Japanese people are tan?
yeah, I do.
Are you okay? I'm trying to be respectful. Okay, do you know who BTS is?
What does BTS stand for?
It's a BTS. It's a little pop group from
Oh
South
yeah, but like
Korea.
yeah, like that's not my like generation, but yes, I know who you're talking about.
Would you call their skin tan?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, TR. I don't know what to do with that. All right, let's go to Shahad Reddy or whatever the hell that name is. Asians are tan? Sure, buddy. Sure. You mean all those random people just walking down the street that aren't celebrities, that aren't singers and showmen that are also white as hell? Those people? Okay, buddy. All right, let's go to the next person. Loki. What's up, Loki? Never mind. Loki ain't with us no more. All right, let's get to OG Zombies. All right, you don't want to come with me. All right, your name is Debate, and I feel like you're going to be annoying to talk to, but I'm gonna have you come anyway. What's up, Debate?
Hello.
Hey, man. Firstly, let me get them pronouns.
He, him.
All right, and you think that white culture exists?
Yeah.
All right, well, let me know what makes a person white.
If they're a fucking Viking.
Being a Viking, that makes them white.
Yep.
I see.
But seriously, what makes someone white? I think
yeah,
any Caucasus blood makes someone white.
Caucasus. You know what I found out not too long ago? Did you know that like Ethiopia and Eritrea and a lot of those countries in like the Horn of Africa were considered Caucasian? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you're probably talking about the Caucasus Mountains, which, of course, they're not. Is like European, but like there's a lot of people outside of that area that are considered Caucasian. Like, I learned to not use Caucasian as a synonym for white. It doesn't mean the same thing, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, but shout out to you, Debate. Shout out to you. I don't know if you're like a troll or you just didn't really have much to say. Shout out to you though. All right, let me get to Cass. What up, Cass?
What up?
Hey man, so firstly, I need them pronouns.
He, him.
All right. Now, do you think that white culture exists?
Shit, I don't know. I'm just trying to cook up this little resume right now. Shit.
Why are you talking to me then, nigga?
Yeah, I just hit the button, my nigga.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go focus on doing that. Yes. You probably should be focusing, paying attention to that. That's more important than this conversation. All right. Let's get to yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Where you at, man? All right. Never mind. He bounced. Okay. All the people they left out of the queue. Okay. But yeah, I mean, let me see if some of these comments might have some information here. Real morals, empathy, logic, values, respect for your country. Can I continue? I love when people try to define white culture as these vague platitudes. As like, white culture is grace and happiness and, stylishness and being inventive and leadership and getting money and getting bitches. It's like, okay, bro, like, can you say some actual qualifications and not this platitude bullshit? Like, you're not explaining anything by saying that being white means getting money and getting bitches. Like, you're not elucidating me at all. All right, let's see what Elijah has to say here. Yep, Elijah.
Hello.
Hey man, firstly, can I get your pronouns?
He, him.
All right. Now, do you think that white culture exists?
Honestly, nah, not really.
Nah. All right. Well, what makes a person white, brother?
Well, their skin tone,
Skin tone.
right?
Is that like the only thing
like
you
if they're
want
white,
to put on that?
like a Caucasian person, that's a white person.
Yeah, well, like I was telling bro before you, like I don't know if you
Hello?
knew this, but can you hear me, by the way? You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
You can?
I can.
All right,
I
but
can.
yeah, I was telling you can? Okay, cool. So I was telling the guy before you, like, I just found out not too long ago that I don't know if you know where Eritrea is. I'm sure you know where Ethiopia is in Africa. Like, apparently,
Yeah.
those countries in the Horn of Africa, those people living there were considered Caucasian. I just found that out not too long ago. Like, Caucasian doesn't
people
just
living-
refer to people that came from the actual Caucasus Mountains, apparently. Oh, never mind. I don't know why he bounced. Maybe his mic, his connection was bad. All right. I don't know. Their skin, their genes. What's the point of these stupid lives on TT? Okay. How about you come and explain this to me since it's so simple to you? You got a porn star as your profile picture. What is this statement? It's not a statement, it's a question. You don't see the question mark at the end? It's the thing you're referring to when you say a black person is acting white. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be referring to. Let's see. White is just a color. It doesn't define who they are. Sure. Oof, this is a good one. I know. That's why I ran this back so many times. You think it's a shade of skin? People keep saying that. I need people to get out of that. I need people to understand that race isn't just skin color. At least when it comes to whiteness, right? When it comes to what we consider white, it's not just about skin color. What makes a person white? Being born white. Yeah, what a great circular argument you just made there, buddy. You really explained it there. White isn't a color, though. It's a lack of light phasing to create color. Sure, but you know what we mean in the colloquial sense of white as a color in like the coloring book or whatever, or like a crayon color. European culture exists, but skin tone doesn't inherently have culture. Bingo! There you go. Somebody understands it. Their skin color. Yeah, that's the point of this. For the people who are asking what the point of this is, I need people to understand these things that people are calling white and white culture. The concept of whiteness is incoherent because it's made up, because it's arbitrary. It doesn't really. It means whatever the person who's saying it wants it to mean. You know, it doesn't have any like definitive definition because the concept is arbitrary. And when people try to connect it just to Europe, you know, and just basically using it as a synonym for European, number one, it's weird to have another word for European being white when people that are European cannot be white. And also, there are people who were considered, who are European, who weren't considered white until like the 1930s and the 1940s, right? Like the Italians weren't considered white till a little under 100 years ago. I'm 100% Slavic. Of course I'm going to be white. Yeah, that depends on who you ask, Bazina. Some people say that y'all aren't really white. They say that all those people, those people close to Russia and Siberia, they say those aren't really white. They're like Eurasian. Some people don't count you. That's the point I'm making. It's arbitrary. It depends on who you ask. Let's see. Will. Let's see what Will has to say. What's up, Will?
Hi. How you doing?
I'm good. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
You're Polish, not Russian? Yeah, that's fine. All right. Will, can I get your pronouns?
He, him, I guess.
He, him. Yeah, you got it right. And just for future reference, if anybody ever asks you, that's the right answer. You got it. So next, do you think that white culture exists?
Do I?
Does white culture exist?
That's a really complicated question. Is that
I just need a yes or no for now, just so I can move to the next thing.
Okay, is that in a global sense or an American sense?
I'm speaking more broadly in a global sense, but like you can
Global
explain
sense?
the distinction if you want.
Yeah, there are white cultures out there in the world. In the U.S., there's not a lot of quote unquote white culture, but out there in the world, yeah, plenty of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I know what you're getting at, and what you're saying, I kind of agree with, but I guess we're saying it in a different way. If you want to expound on what you're trying to say here, you can.
I mean, here in America, like, white culture is like putting drag packs on Fox Body Mustangs and like drinking a lot. You know, I'm part of that. but
Like the redneck shit.
around the world, you have like Slavic cultures. You have like a lot of whites in Africa. You know, you have the Russians and what. There's a lot of global culture that comes from white people that you don't necessarily see, and
And
a
you
part of
hold
that
on,
might be due
just so we can
to
skip to
the
the end of
biased
this.
media. But
We can skip to
there's
this to the
American
end of
white
this, right?
culture. There's global white culture.
Oh,
There's
my bad.
culture everywhere.
So yeah, just to skip to the end of this, like I agree with you that these very separate and different European nations have culture. I just don't know if I would call that white culture because I don't think that whiteness is real. I don't think that being white exists, and I think it's proven by the fact that
Like you've
we
never
can't.
seen a white skinned person?
Yeah, I've seen white skinned people in Korea. I've seen white skinned people in Japan. I've seen white skinned people in China. Are they white racially?
Like what? Where does your distinction lie? Because you have like Caucasian, you
Well, it's
have
not
like
my distinction. I don't
white
think that
tan
race
undertones,
exists. Wait,
pink
Will, hold
undertones in
on,
some
hold on.
sense, but then you
I'm
have like mixed.
Will, I know you can hear my goddamn mic. So I'm telling you, it's not my distinction. I don't have a distinction on white. I'm trying to understand the people's understanding of what whiteness is because I think it's incoherent, and I'm trying to help them explain in a coherent way what it is, and I'm challenging it. So when you say it's white skin, and I bring up people that clearly have white skin and are not considered racially white, I need you to reconcile that. And if you can't reconcile that, then it can't just be about white skin, right? You can unmute now.
What descent are they coming from? Like, is this America thing? This is an American thing. You say
All right. How
you're not
about
worried
you come
about like
back when
float.
you like have fully waken up? Okay. I think you just woke up and rolled over and got on here. All right, let's get to Delran Bipes, whatever the hell that is. Okay, Delran ain't with us anymore. All right, let's get to A. We got A with us. What's up, A?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good, man. Let me know what is. Oh, my bad. Firstly, can you give me your pronouns?
My pronouns are he, him.
All right. Do you think that white culture exists?
Uh, Depends on what exactly you're trying to get from that conversation, but I would say yeah.
All right, cool. I'll accept that. Now, let me know what makes a person white.
Um, I would say what makes a person white is what we agree on what a white person looks like.
Mm. Go deeper.
Okay, so we got like the look, right? We got the look of when we think of a white person, we think of like straight hair,
Mm.
lighter skin,
Mm.
maybe lighter eyes.
Light eyes.
I can't really think of any more off the top of my head, but I would say those are the three most important.
All right, perfect. I'm so light skin, light eyes, and straight hair. That's the main three you can think of right now off the top of your head. So like
Yeah.
if I show you a South Korean with white skin and straight hair and bright eyes, are they white?
Uh, I mean, if they have those phenotypes and other phenotypes that align with what we agree with what white looks like, I guess it's up to perspective, right? I would say yeah. But you got to show me the picture though, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to find a white skinned, straight haired, bright eyed Korean. It wouldn't be hard to find.
But like
But
when it comes to Korean
what
though,
I'm getting to here is like, do you understand like how this can be like arbitrary and just based on a person's opinion?
of course, that's pretty much how it works, yeah. But I did want to clarify though, like when it comes to Koreans though, they got the different eyes. That's kind of how we think of Asians is they got what do you call them, monolids? But that's random. But yeah, that's how we would
All right.
distinguish whatever.
All right. Shout out to you, A. Shout out to you. Let me. The monolids is funny. Let me get to. I tried you, Dale Rand. You didn't come last time. All right. Let me go to Neil. Neil, taking a little while to jump in. Neil, you good?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Are you?
Oh man, okay. So firstly, can I get your pronouns?
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, so if I didn't know your name and somebody asked me which way did that guy go down the street, I would say blank went to the left.
Never mind all that. I'm only scrolling
No,
through. Like,
ain't no never mind all that. We not having this conversation until you say your pronouns. You fuck. Do you? If you don't want to do it, then you can bounce. I don't know, especially if you're coming from the place that invented English. How do you not know what pronouns are? This is you. That's where English comes from. I don't know if you don't know how to unmute, but click your screen. All right, never mind. I think he's bouncing.
yeah, I've done it.
There he is. All right, Neil. Do you know? Can you give me your pronouns, please?
Pronouns. I'm sorry if I sound stupid, but I don't know what you mean. But I'm not stupid.
Okay, Neil. Pronouns are these things that you use in place of the noun. Okay, so if I was saying,
like a verb or a pronoun.
No, a verb is different from a pronoun. It's completely different. A
Yeah,
pronoun.
no, I'm not. What I mean is the opposite.
Okay, Neil, your pronouns are probably he, right? You ever heard the term he?
Yeah, he. Yeah.
He. All right, your pronouns are that. Okay, so the next time anybody on earth asks you what your pronouns are, you can just say he, him. That's the answer for you. Okay.
Yeah, like a syllable. Syllables.
Sure. Anyway, do you think that white culture exists?
This is the reason why I clicked on your.
Can you answer the goddamn question I asked you? Can you answer the question I asked you? I'm giving you one more chance. It sounds like you've been on the sauce a little bit. Let me give you one more chance, Neil.
Say that again.
Does white culture exist?
Yes, the albinos exist. You answered me that question.
All right, perfect. So let me know what makes a person white.
From the beginning of the time, since from the day we were born, we was around before yous.
You was around before who? What are you saying? I don't understand.
You're black, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, we was around before yous.
Okay, this doesn't answer my question. What is whiteness is what I'm asking you.
Well, what's blackness? Answer me that.
Can you answer my question first?
No, I can't. Can you answer mine?
Okay, well, you can get the fuck up out of here then. If you can't answer my question first. Goofy. All right, let's try a commie. Well, Spam, you've been in the comments a little bit. Let me see what Spam got to say. What up, Spam?
What up?
All right, let me get your pronouns, man.
She, her.
All right. Oh, hold on. How old are you?
I'm 17. I'll be 18 in 2 months.
Oh, I don't give a damn. You got to bounce. Don't give a damn if you're going to be 17 in 2 days, 18 in 2 days. You still got to bounce. Sorry. If you ain't 18, you can't come up here. All right, never mind. He ain't there. All right, I'll give Dale Rand one more chance. True, what is blackness? I'll answer when you answer first. All right, never mind. Dale Rand ain't coming anymore. All right, let's try Neil one last time. I am going to be struggling with Neil for a while. Okay, Neil, are you ready to answer now?
Repeat the question, please.
All right. What is whiteness?
Well, I don't know. It's a difficult one, really. I think we come from all from God, because I am a man of the cloth.
No, I understand that. Like, we all are God's children. I get it. But what I'm trying to nail down is this racial category. I don't understand the racial categories. They seem kind of overly broad and vague. Hey, can
Well,
you
do you
agree
know
with
what?
me on that?
Right? Can I be totally honest with you? Do you want? I'm going to speak my mind now. Can I get you a piece of my mind?
As
Whether
long as it
you,
has to do with what I'm talking about, then sure.
it does relate to it in a certain degree. But let me just say what I've got to say, right? Just
Go
hear me
ahead.
out, please.
Go
You don't
ahead.
like this is how I see it, right? Don't read into things too much, right? Don't overthink things because you don't like what you're on about.
Okay,
How I
Neil. The whole point of me doing this is reading into it. If you don't want me to read into it, then just go somewhere else, okay? The whole point of me doing this is to overly read into it, because me not reading into it is making me confused about what this shit means. All right, let me get the Trotsky. Being white is not being black or any other race. Thanks. That really nails it down, you idiot. All right, Trotsky, go. Firstly, let me get your pronouns.
I'm a male.
All right, let's try this again. We're not doing this if you can't give me the pronouns. So, like, if you want to play this game.
What is it? What is it? He, him? What?
There you go. There it is. It's almost like you knew that already, and you were just like, I don't know. It's like you already knew that.
Why
shit.
is that important?
But anyway, it's important because I like when people like you react that way to that question. I think it's funny. But the second question is, yes, people like you. So the second question is, does white culture exist?
Yeah, mayonnaise exists. Mayonnaise and casseroles exist.
Man, okay, all right. Well, tell me, what makes the person
with mustard.
Turkey sandwiches and potato salads with raisins in it and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me know what makes a person white, brother.
That's it. Shitty.
That's it.
Meth.
Mayonnaise and mayonnaise and fucking potato salad with raisins and green bean casserole. That makes a person white.
White culture is letting other races be better at reading English than they do. White culture is being forever in second place.
Oh shit.
Colored people.
Oh hey, hold on. We don't use the term colored people anymore. I'm sorry. I gotta get you up out of here. We don't use that term anymore. That's what they called us in the 60s and the 50s, all right? We don't say colored people anymore. We say people of color. It's a little different. I know it sounds similar, but it's different. All right, I'm going to give Neil one more chance. Oh, my God. You're colored? Oh, that makes me more disappointed that you said that shit. You can't be saying colored people, man. You might as well say Negroes. All right, what's up, Neil? Let me give you one more chance.
You didn't let me finish what I was saying.
Well, what you were saying was for me to not read too deeply into it, and
no,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but but you didn't know. I was getting to a point. You see, I was getting to a point, but you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me get to the point.
What was the point, brother? What was the point?
Well, if you please let me finish, you will know.
I'm gonna give you. If you don't make it to your point in the next 10 seconds, you're getting the fuck up out of here. Go ahead.
Right, right. Yeah, your argument is what makes a person white, right? What makes a person black in my eyes. Whatever, it's like dogs, right? You get black dogs, you get white dogs. You know what I mean? Mongrel dogs. I mean, don't read into it. That's what I mean.
You know, those animals aren't actually different colors. That's just the color.
Well, but I look at it in the same perspective.
Yeah, like having different color hairs, a little bit different.
Yeah, well, everybody's different. I mean, it's like looking at, well, why is that dog why is that dog black and why is that dog white or why is that dog brown? You know what I mean?
All right, thank you, Neil. Thank you, Neil. Oh my God, I think Neil is on the stuff right now. He's on the sauce. I'm gonna let Neil sleep it off. Okay, let's get to the next person. All right, Ishtil Raksa. Thanks, X. You really holding it down in the comment section. What's up with you, Easter?
How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. Can I get your pronouns?
Him, her.
Did you say him and her?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll accept it. All right. What is your do you think that white culture exists?
Yes, of course white culture exists.
All right, let me know what makes a person white.
So it's the idea of like being, I guess, at the apex of race, like, you know.
The apex.
Yes, they are the governors, they are the administrators.
Hold up, where are you from?
Sweden.
Oh, okay. That makes sense that you're saying that. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, you know, like European culture, like the Renaissance culture is white culture, like the paintings and the Leonardo, Jane Austen, literally.
Okay,
that's
so
white culture.
Easter, let me stop you there. You're naming things that people that we're calling white have done. What I'm asking you is what is whiteness? What makes you white?
First, my skin color and my colored eyes.
You say your skin color and your colored eyes?
Yes. So yeah, I have like green, gray,
green
mixed.
eyes.
Yes.
All right. So if I find a Korean with white skin and green eyes, are they white now?
You will not find that. That will be an anomaly.
Are you sure?
Yes, that's an anomaly. Like, I mean, unless
are
they're
you
mixed,
positive that I can't find a Korean person with green eyes? Are you positive?
Positive, yeah. Unless they're mixed, and then that would mean they are biracial. Then
are you an idiot? Do you know how genetics works? Like any race of people can have different colors eyes. You realize that, right?
They can have brown colors and black colors. Yes.
No, they can have any color. The way the Punnett square works is that there's two dominant genes, two recessive genes. There's mixtures there, and there's an infinite combination of those mixtures going on even in between races, meaning even people in what we will call the Asian race or the black race or the indigenous race, they can have any color eyes.
But they have to have, right? They have to have white skin color.
No, they don't.
Matching with the eyes colors.
Okay. Now, again, if I have a Korean with white skin, would you agree with me that Koreans have white skin?
Yes, they have really white skin. Yes.
Perfect. So if I find a Korean with white skin and green eyes, that makes them white, right?
But it's not. You can't find that. That's impossible.
Are you sure? Are you positive?
That's genetically impossible.
Are you an idiot? That's not impossible. The way genetics works is that there's basically an infinite combination of these genetic markers. You can have these in any race of people. We're all human beings.
Yeah, I mean, like it is what it is. Like, you know, that's a white culture.
What do you mean it is what it is? Like, again, just say it. You listen, hunky. Whites don't own green eyes. All human beings on Earth can have different color eyes.
No, so we own the green eyes. Come on, give us a break.
Okay,
I mean, the colored people.
Goodbye. I'm done with you. Okay, you're being disingenuous now. All right, let's get the Shahada ready. Hold on, I think I said that wrong. Shahid? Is that how you say it?
C.
All right. So first, let me get your pronouns.
He, him.
Wonderful. Now, do you think white culture exists?
I guess so.
You guess so. All right. What makes a person white, man?
I would say whiteness exists firstly, you got to be European, right?
All
but
right.
Then there's a bit of a spectrum. Like if you put Europe on like a grid, more to the upper left, like so northwest, the further north and west you go, the more white you are. The further away, the closer.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Like, what is more and less white? Like, what does that even mean?
Like, it's just like I don't know if it's eugenics informed. It's just kind of like, you know, WASPs. You ever heard of WASP? White Anglo-Saxon
White Anglo-Saxon Protestants. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's like a certain demographic of European people, right? So like they don't think necessarily Italians or Irish people or Polish people, or you know what I mean. They don't deem them as white as them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they make a hierarchy in whiteness.
Yeah,
right?
no, I understand that. Like in America, they weren't considered white for a long time.
Like the beauty standards, right? Like,
but hold on. What I'm asking is, what even is that? What even is being more or less white? What does that mean?
I think it's an arbitrary thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with you on that.
You know what I mean? I don't think it means much. Like, I just think it's just what has developed probably through aristocracy, you know, who's won the most conquests.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term. Not that that's like excusable. I don't use that as an excuse. I feel like, you know, we can't go back in time and change what's happened, but we could easily look back and say that that was wrong. But I think that's what white people have struggle with. I think that's what makes whiteness nowadays. So that's my final point, is that like racism is really what makes whiteness. Like that's what white culture is essentially just a constant comparison to black people.
Man, true. Yeah, I actually agree with you on that. Shout out to you, Shahid. Shout out to you, Bretta. You was making a lot of sense there at the end. Yeah, we had to come to an understanding for a little bit, but you know, you didn't say anything wrong. I agree with what you're saying there. Like even what you were saying about the grid and like what makes more people more white and less white. Like I don't even disagree that paradigm exists. I just don't know what that means because it's arbitrary. Now let me go to AP 33. AP 33. AP 33 is not coming with us. All right, let's get to oh, never mind. AP 33 is here. What up, AP?
What up?
All right, can I get your pronouns?
Come
on, don't act confused about this. Give me your pronouns.
Can I answer by not answering?
No, you can't.
What if I don't know how to answer that? I don't even know how to answer that.
All right, so think about it like this, okay? If fill in the blank in this sentence. I don't know your name, and somebody says, where did that guy go? I would say, blank went that way. Well, I don't know what your name is. What word would I fill in there?
Well, I guess you would say he would go over there.
There you go. So that's a pronoun, okay? We learned this in like first, second grade English. A pronoun is a replacement for a noun. So it's he, him for you.
Okay.
Perfect. So now we can move on. So the next question is, does white culture exist?
It used to.
It used to. Okay. Well, let me know what makes a person white.
To be of the Anglo-Saxon race.
Anglo-Saxon. So all the other ethnicities don't count as white.
I mean, not really, no.
Right. Okay. So only Anglo-Saxons are white. So like the Slavic people aren't white, the Celtics aren't white, like just Anglo-Saxon.
That's why they have their certain distinctions, like what you just said.
Yeah, but I mean, the distinctions that I would be going off is ethnicity, because these are ethnic groups. Like Anglo-Saxon is an ethnic group. Well, when I'm talking about whiteness, I'm talking about a racial group. That's a different thing.
Well, like, there's like a spectrum. So, like, white and black is not positive or negative. It's more of a spectrum. So, like, at the very end of this white spectrum, you have Anglo-Saxon, which is the purest white. And at the other end of the black spectrum, you would probably have, like, you know, Nigerian people. Or maybe a little bit more south.
So I like that that's your opinion of how that works, but this doesn't explain what whiteness is. Can you tell me what does whiteness even mean?
Well, I mean, there's different opinions about it, and there's different origins of it.
Yeah, what's yours?
It takes like different definitions.
Oh, well, can you give me
me personally, whiteness, and this is just me personally, this is looking at it from my own eyes and my mind, not putting any political thing behind it, just my own opinion.
Speak your truth, brother.
Whiteness is just the people that have intermarried within the Anglo-Saxon race only.
Oh.
So like no like half Irish, no like half French, no half Slavic. Like literally, that is the only way that you can be white. Everybody else is just like literally playing a character, using it as a political game.
Interesting. Firstly, like I think that you should stop saying Anglo-Saxon race. Like Anglo-Saxon isn't a race; it's an ethnic group. But like the fact that you don't believe that like Slavic people are white, those are like the whitest people on earth. What are you basing this on?
Well, like I said, the spectrum. They're on the white spectrum, but they're just not at the end.
I heard you. What I'm asking, what are you basing the spectrum on? Like, how are you coming to the conclusion that that's the spectrum?
Phenotypes.
Phenotypes. And what is that phenotype? What is the white phenotype? What's the white phenotype that the Anglo-Saxons have that like Slavic people don't have?
Well, Slavic people have more deep set eyes, and they look like they're sleepy eyed. And they have more of a pronounced forehead, and they have like their noses are similar to Irish people, but they're more pointy. See, an Irish person is more like short and flat. Well, a Slavic is more short, but it's more pointy.
All right, AP, I'm gonna get back to you. Kamaya, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right.
No, y'all have a good conversation. I hope I come up again sometime again.
I got you, AP. You can bounce. I don't think I was gonna go anywhere with you anyway. All right, Kamaya, if you wanna tell me your pronouns.
She, her.
Wonderful. You think white culture exists?
Ooh. I think white culture as a social construct exists, but I guess it depends on how we would categorize a person as white.
Right.
I think when people say white, they think phenotypes, or maybe they're referring to like European ancestry, which, being European doesn't necessarily make you white.
Exactly.
But I think that from a social perspective versus what's actually, social perspectives can be true. They can be based in truth. I think that white culture, from the people who believe that they are experiencing white culture, exists. But I guess me personally, I can't say no, because for me, I would know what Black culture looks like. So,
Right.
but that doesn't mean that people, because it's a social thing, right? People who don't experience Blackness can't say that Black culture exists, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like the way I'm looking at it. Firstly, like I'm coming from the understanding that race is socially constructed, and that all of these, like even the phenotypical distinctions that we draw are arbitrary. We come up with what we're considering these different racial groups.
Absolutely.
So I don't think that there is a culture, especially with the people of the phenotype that we're calling white, because like they're so distinct. Because like I know some people say white people have no culture because they're trying to they're using that as an excuse to say like white people are evil and bad and all they do is conquer and kill people and shit. Where I'm coming from it with is what we consider white people in Europe. There's so many different people, so many different cultures and musics and foods and dances. There's no way to put that all together as one thing. They're too different from each other. So
exactly.
Like I don't know how we can say that there's a white culture. Like none of these people share culture with each other, right?
Exactly. I think that maybe when we talk about white, there are phenotypes designated to whiteness, like most visually, like a brighter skin color, you know what I mean? And maybe blonde hair, which at some point indicates that you have to have some sort of like derived from some sort of genetic haplogroup, probably like from, you know, Vikings or Neanderthal. I don't know that specific haplogroup, but even that,
Right.
you know, blonde hair isn't necessarily something that indicates whiteness, because a lot of people, notably in Greece, aren't born with blonde hair. But I guess socially they would still be considered white because of how we view whiteness just from like a social standpoint. And a lot of the times, like when I hear people talk about Irish people or Jewish people, they're talking about ethnicities. And at some point, we all know that Irish people, Jewish people, Greek people in America, and also I guess it depends on where you're talking about whiteness too, because America, our history with white, and the first thing people think is, oh, whiteness means to be not black. But you know, white and black are not opposite of each other. They're social constructs. But at some point, Irish and Greek people and people who are, I guess, not from English descent were considered non-white, which is insane. That if the definition of something can change over time, even though we're referring to a phenotype of whiteness, it can kind of like drive you to question what actually makes a person white. If people who, you know, aren't people of color, I guess, you know, you could say that, I don't know how it would work for like an Irish or, you know, a Jewish person or you know, whoever, if white people do consider them white, because from the other guy that was up here, it seems like they still don't view them as white. Like, I don't know, like I always hear, especially American white people, say, oh yeah, Slavic people, that they're not white, you know. But it's like, what makes you white? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's a complex thing. I think that the people who are socially viewed as white and they believe that they have culture, that's good for them, because at the end of the day, social constructs can allow for culture to exist, and that's a part of their culture. But I think that it's important for people to know that your whiteness is a social construct, and it does not indicate anything genetically. Whiteness does not mean anything genetically. It has nothing to do with your biology, but deriving from a specific country absolutely does. Like your ethnicity plays more into that. And that's just my opinion. And I could be proven wrong. I don't know.
Nah, you hit on all the points. He's actually said that very, very beautifully. Like you pretty much said all the things that I've been trying to say this whole time, just in a more succinct way. So shout out to you, Kamaya.
Thank
I fucks
you.
with you. I do gotta get you the fuck up out of here respectfully, but I fucks with you, Kamaya. Shouts out to you. You were spitting. You were spitting. Like, you ain't say nothing wrong. I agree with pretty much everything you said there. Especially the piece that you brought up about the guy that came up here talking about Anglo-Saxons, and like, you're not really white unless you're mixed with Anglo-Saxon like that. I'm sure the other people, what society would call white, would disagree with you on that. And the fact that there's so much debate about this is part of the problem here. This is where the confusion comes in. Like, and like you said, the phenotype isn't changing, but over time things are changing about what's considered white. So I don't know. I think we're at the end of this. We still haven't really gotten a cogent definition of what makes a person white, but we did have some good talks. Shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to Kamaya. Shouts out to that drunk guy from the UK, Neil, I think. Shouts out to him. Let's see, I'm white genetically from Scotland, heritage in Ireland. What else am I? I don't. What the fuck you're talking about? I don't even know what you're trying to say there, Gento. Their skin color is what makes them white. There's your answer. All right. This is why I'm inviting you people. Like, I want y'all to come up here and line out this. Look, listen, if all you had to say was what makes a person white is their skin color, I wouldn't have to ask it on here. Okay, clearly it's deeper than that. If I'm on here asking you people what it is, right? Like it can't just be skin color. That's why I'm asking for an actual definition. Oh my goodness, what else do you need to know? It's so obvious. Okay, well, come and explain it to me, because I don't get it. I don't understand. 5-star T. What else? Let's see. So what makes you black? Why do people keep doing that? If that's what you're applying. Yeah, I don't know why people keep asking what makes you black instead of actually answering what makes people white. Like, I asked you first, okay? I asked you first. I need you to answer first, okay? I could tell you what makes me black, but I want you to tell me what makes you white first. We can get into it afterwards. Their skin, no. Clearly no. I don't know if y'all were listening to the guy that was up here a couple of minutes ago. According to him, if you're not of European descent and mixed with Anglo-Saxon, you aren't white. So all the Celtic people, the Acadians, the Slavic people, they aren't white apparently. And what I need y'all to prove him wrong. Tell me how he's wrong. Because he sounded pretty white to me. He sounded pretty white, and he said it with a lot of confidence. I feel like he might really believe that shit. Where he probably read that somewhere. He didn't tell me where he read it. I don't think he did, but nobody else is giving me anything, so I don't know what to say. Like, the fact that we have to debate about this period is why this is the topic here. But look, I'm confused about what makes a person white. If y'all understand it so well, come up here and explain it to me. Let me see. You just did what? Double standard. It's not a double standard for me to tell you to answer my question first and then I'll answer yours. How the fuck is that a double standard? Yeah, you just got here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it was a white guy. He came up here talking about how if you're not Anglo-Saxon, pretty much you're not white. Like, the Irish people aren't white, Celtics aren't white, Slavics aren't white. According to him, the Nordic people wouldn't be white either, according to him. All right, let's see what Musa has to say here first. Musa, you spammed in the comments, so I need this better be a good conversation.
Hello?
So, what's up, Musa? First, let me get your pronouns.
So, I'm a he, him?
He, him, wonderful. Now, can you tell me, do you think that white culture exists?
Oh, yes. So, this is how...
Wait. You don't have to elaborate on that yet. First, I need you to tell me what makes a person white, and then you can elaborate on the white culture. But what makes a person white? Go ahead.
So, what makes a person white? So, if you can clearly see that they're white, then they are white.
So, Musa, do you understand that saying that a person is white because they're white is not an answer to the question? That's a circular argument.
So if someone looks at me, I'm brown. And I'm brown.
Okay, I'm talking about racial groups right now. I'm not just, when I say white, I don't just mean having white skin. I'm talking about racial groups right now. So how does a person what makes a person a part of the white racial group?
So, wait, will you give me like...
Musa, are you okay, dude? Okay, I'm gonna just give you a chance to figure. Oh, never mind, you back. All right, Musa, what makes a person part of the white racial group?
So, like, if their parents, like, or like, if you're just white, like,
you're white if you're white. Like, do you need a chance to like do some research on this before you try to answer this again?
No worries, I have 2 phones. I'll still talk.
Yeah, so I'm sure if you Googled what is whiteness, it's not gonna say being white is when you're white.
Okay, I
Right?
just searched it up.
All right, I'm gonna just let you figure that out in the comment section. Okay, let me get to the next person. Jesus fucking Christ! All right, where'd bro go? Oh, never mind, he bounced. All right, let me get to Mustafa. News channel, you need to request again. I don't see your request anymore. I'll get to you next because I can't see you in the requests, and you're not showing up in my thing, so I can't invite you either. So you have to come and request again. What's up, Mustafa? Can I get your pronouns?
Oh, so I'm a he, him.
He, him. All right. Do you think white culture exists?
Yeah.
All right. What makes a person white?
So like, basically, what makes them white is like, imagine now if their whole bloodline was white, so that means they're white.
Again, you're doing the same thing the last guy did. Like a person
No,
is white if they are white. Like, can you
but
give me
like,
a more substantive definition?
yeah, but like I'm gay.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right, let's go on to the next person. I don't know why people come and do that. It's not funny to me. I guess they find that funny. I don't get it. All right, C, can I get your pronouns?
Yeah, he, him.
He, him. All right. Do you think white culture exists?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
All right. First, let me know what makes a person white.
If you're part of like the tribes of Europe, I guess the ethnic tribes of Europe.
Ethnic tribes of Europe. So essentially, just having European descent makes you white.
Well, yeah, but yeah, pretty much. Yeah, if you're indigenous to Europe, then yeah.
Indigenous to Europe. Indigenous meaning, like, is there a time frame on this indigeneity?
Yeah, there probably is. I don't know off the top of my head, but there would have been a point where white people started coming in from places like Siberia, like borders like Kazakh countries and other countries where they migrated into mainland Europe, which is what made us white people like West European, Northern European, etc., etc.
So, can I ask you what the usefulness of the term white is if all it means is European?
There is no useful term for it, bro. It was like a term coined up in America to do with slavery. Prior to that, we didn't go around calling ourselves white. Like Africans didn't go around calling themselves black. It was a term coined in North America.
True. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You get it. So shout out to you, C. Shout out to you.
No.
I thought this was gonna be a debate, but you get it. So shouts out to you. All right, let me get to news channel. I ain't trying to be a dickhead, C, but like I agree with you. So news channel.
Good afternoon, sir.
I ain't trying to be a dickhead, C, but okay, I can hear me in the background. Can you turn my volume down?
Yo, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear me in the background. Can you turn?
Yeah, man. No, I'd say what makes me white is that like a black guy
Okay,
fucked me
news,
like
hold
a
the
couple
fuck
days
on.
ago.
Hold on, my nigga. So, firstly, hi.
Yeah, a black
how
guy
are
fucked
you?
me like a couple days
Hold
ago. I
up,
mean, that's
hold
what.
on. Yeah, get your troll
That's what made me-
material. Get your troll material right, man. Get your troll material
That's what
right.
made me-
Before we get into it, we got to greet
That's
each
what
other.
made me
right?
white.
I'm from the South. In the South, we greet each other. Okay. How are you? How are you? How's your day been? How has your day been?
I'm not
sir?
trolling.
Hi. How are you?
Listen, I'm not being.
How are you, brother?
I'm a white
Can
boy.
you please act like a human being? Act like a human being, please. I'm trying to treat you like a human being.
Listen.
Never mind.
Hey, man, shut your.
Okay, never mind. You came up here with your raggedy phone. I could hear you in the background. I could hear me talking in the background. Your phone is raggedy. You're trying to do this troll thing. It's not fun. I don't know why the only thing that people have to be troll on these things is being racist and acting gay. I don't know what it is about that. That's like the only two things people have, and it's confusing to me. I don't get it, man. Like, y'all don't have no other characters. All your characters are either I'm gay, acting like I'm gay, or actually being racist. It's the only troll material you have. And listen, a lot of times I let people rock with their troll and shit if they're going somewhere with it. But if all you're gonna do is just be like, oh, I'm gay, like, I can't even like. It's not even funny. It's not witty. Like you're not doing nothing with it. So I gotta get you the fuck up out of here. All right, Bobby H. Let me get the Bobby
Hello?
H. What's up, Bobby?
Hi, I'm good, thanks.
I'm good, man. What's your pronouns, brother?
He, him.
All right. Do you think that white culture exists?
I do, yeah.
All right. What makes a person white then?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, the most obvious one, the skin color, obviously, and culturally, the way they sort of carry on the tradition of their ancestors, and that is the tradition in a white traditional household.
Wait,
It's
let
not
me stop you
seen.
there. Let me stop you there, Bobby.
Okay.
So, a white traditional household. Who are these people who are considered white?
White people who are white, whose skin color is white.
Okay, let me ask you again. Who? White is a distinctive term. It excludes them from other peoples. Who are these white people?
People who have their own culture that originated.
Okay, I can say that. I can literally use that definition for any group. Can you like be specific? Lock in, please.
What, like? Could you ask the question again, please?
Okay. Who? Okay, let me make it easy for you. Where are these white people from? Let me go there.
Europe.
Got it. So, what is this culture, these traditions that all Europeans share that makes them all one people?
They actually work well, I mean, they used to work together quite a lot. It's not.
Okay. All people around the world work together. That's how humans proliferated. This is a vague, like, non-answer. Can you tell me? Okay, let's first agree on what culture is. When we talk about culture, are we talking about music, dance, dress, style, traditions?
Yeah.
What of any of those things do all Europeans share?
Yeah, have you seen them dresses? The German dresses?
So everybody in Europe wear German dresses.
Well, not everybody, but it's a very common.
I'm asking you, what is something that everyone in Europe shares that makes them all one people?
The fact that a lot of them propped up the world.
Okay, can you answer the question I just asked you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That
thing that makes them.
That's Bobby. That is a broad, vague answer that doesn't answer anything. This is like saying what makes them white is they get money and they get bitches and they handsome. Like that. That's not actually answering.
I never said white people are
I know, but that was an example. The point I'm making is, can you tell me something specific that culturally is shared by all white people? Well, music, a dance, a song, a food, a style of dress, anything.
Well, it's more of a physical thing, but the fact that they built up a lot of the world.
So the answer would be no, right? The answer would be no. There isn't anything that's
So you're saying that we have no culture?
Well, I don't think that there's a such thing as culture based on race, because white is a racial group.
Right. But there is white countries with culture. Do you believe that?
There are countries that we call white countries that I wouldn't call it that, but they have cultures. Yes. Like, Italy has culture. England has culture. Germany has culture. Those nations have culture. The problem I'm having with calling it white culture is that there's too different from each other to put together into one group.
But I was thinking you were going to debate about something else, so I'm on the wrong live, so my bad.
All right. Thank you, Bobby.
No worries. I just...
I get it. Like, y'all used to people coming up here to say that white culture doesn't exist. Like white people haven't done anything. Like, I'm not delusional, okay? I know there's a bunch of black people that want to just say that all white people do is steal and kill and rape and pillage. Like, that's not this, okay? I understand that these European nations have their own cultures. I just wouldn't call that white culture because they're too different from each other to be considered all one thing. Like, what the fuck do you mean white culture? All white people don't do any one thing together. They're too different from each other. And I would apply this to black people too. Like, there's no such thing as black culture. The culture that I engage in here as a Houstonian is very different from the culture that like a black person from Nigeria engages in. We're not all one big nigga. All of Europe is not one big hunky. We're different peoples, okay? These nations have cultures that racial groups do not. All right, let me go to. Oh shit, there's a lot of people. Okay, let me try to make this quick then. The only people that talk like this is the same people that have no culture. Sure, buddy. All right, let's go to the next person. Case. Let's see what Case has to say. Oh, never mind. He came. All right, what's up, Batman?
The color of their skin, dumbass.
Wait, hold on. Now, I'm from the... Oh, never mind. You really just came here to say that and leave? Wait, is white culture being a hoe? Is that part of what being white? Being a hoe? You had to come up here and say that and leave? That's a part of being white? Being a bitch? All right, let me go to apostrophe here. All right, apostrophe, what's up with you?
I literally don't get this question, bro. What makes a person white, bro?
God damn, nobody taught y'all manners. Y'all just come up here and start yakking. Firstly, hello, apostrophe. How are you doing today? What's going on with you? I'm from the South, so we greet people before we start talking to each other. How you doing?
Right, yeah, right. I don't really get why you're on live saying
apostrophe.
This,
can you again? I'm gonna have to teach you people manners if it kills me. Okay, when you start talking to a person, you greet them first. Okay, and then we can get into it. I'm gonna have the conversation with you, but we're not gonna act like Neanderthals and just jump up here and start yakking. Okay, so apostrophe. One last time, I'm gonna give you another chance. How you doing today, man? What's up with you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Perfect. I'm doing great, brother. Firstly, can I get your pronouns?
I'm just a boy.
All right. Do you know what a pronoun is?
Yeah, like he, him, and that.
Okay, there you go. See, like, you knew it already. I don't know why you didn't just say it. So, he, him, I'll accept that. Do you think that white culture exists?
Yeah, of course. Everyone has culture.
All right. So, tell me what makes a person white.
Melanin.
Do you mean lack of melanin?
Yeah.
Okay, so not having melanin, that's what makes you white. And that's it. You don't want to add anything else to that.
I mean, there's nothing more to it. What makes a person
Are you
black?
sure there's nothing more to it?
Well, what makes a person black? Having a lot of melanin.
Okay, look, this is why I'm asking you, are you sure? Okay, because like if your definition of being white is lacking in melanin, we can say that Koreans are white because they very much lack in melanin, right?
Well, they are white.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are white if you think about it.
Oh, say that again?
If you think about it, they are white.
They are white. Okay, I'm talking about racially. I'm not just talking about skin color here. I mean, what I'm asking is what is the thing that make you a part of the white racial group? That's what I'm asking. Clearly, Koreans aren't part of the white racial group, but they have white skin.
Except, I don't know, being European, having European ancestry, because
European ancestry. All right, so if having European ancestry is what makes you white, then how come Italians haven't been considered white in America until like the 1920s?
I don't even know about this, but I mean, if you look at an Italian, they're quite obviously white.
I know that's the same thing we said. We said that back in the 20s. We're like, you all fucking y'all looked alike to me. But according to the other whites, the Anglo-Saxon English people back in the day, they said they weren't white. They weren't able to go to places. The Irish weren't white. The Italians weren't white. The Greeks weren't white. Jews weren't white. They didn't consider any of them people white. Why is that?
I think they had a prejudice against immigrants.
Yeah, but if whiteness just means having white skin and looking white, like you wouldn't have that type of prejudice, would you?
Well, if you look at what like in New York, it was quite criminal, and like a lot of them. I mean, look at the mafia and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, apostrophe. How old are you, brother?
I'm 16.
Okay, that explains it. Yeah, goodbye, apostrophe. This is why I had to teach him manners. He's a goddamn child. That's my fault for not asking in the beginning. I thought this was an adult. All right, let me go to the next person. All right, never mind. He bounced. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next person. Let's go to Owen. He's 16 and smarter than a host. Sure, buddy.
Yo.
All right, what's up, Owen?
How's it going?
It's all good, buddy. Firstly, can I get your pronouns?
The/goat.
The goat. You know those aren't pronouns, man. You
Yeah,
gotta know.
I'm trolling. I'm kidding.
I know. Like, we ain't gonna do this if you can't do it. All right, perfect. So, let me know. Do you think that white culture exists?
Well, it's kind of tough because, like, if you think about it, it kind of does, because I feel like white culture is mainly like colonizing and taking over other people and stuff. And like you look at all of Europe, and almost every country went to Africa. So I'd say that like white culture is just colonizing.
Okay, I see. I'm gonna come right back to you, Owen. Suzanne, how are you doing, man? How's your day going?
Not bad, thank you. And yourself?
I'm doing good, man. So first, let me get your pronouns.
I'm logical, so I'm she, her.
Thank you. Perfect. So, do you think that white culture exists?
Do white people exist? Well, I'm white, so I exist.
White culture. White culture. I'm doing this a certain way. Do you think white culture exists?
I'm from Scotland, and we have plenty of culture. We have cults, we have bagpipes, we have different kinds of food, we have traditions. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that part of it. So let me know, what makes a person white?
Their ancestry,
their ancestry,
and their social concept as well, the way we're treated in the world.
Okay, so what is the ancestry you have to be considered white?
Well, I'm from Ireland. Well, my ancestors are from Ireland, even
The
though I'm
Irish
Scottish.
aren't white.
Yes, they are.
Well, depending on who you ask, the Irish aren't white.
What do you mean Irish aren't white?
You're black Irish. You're not white.
Yeah, they for a long time in America, y'all weren't considered white till like the 1920s.
Yeah, I could guess that, because it was saying no dogs, no blacks, no Irish. I know that, but we're still white. We're still Caucasian. My ancestors were Caucasian.
So Suzanne, what I'm asking is what changed? What standard changed to where y'all weren't considered white then and you're considered white now?
We became more progressive as a country. Well, I'm from Scotland now, but even back when my granny was younger, they were Catholics. I'm a Catholic. We were treated badly in Scotland because Protestant faith ruled. It's Protestant Scotland, and any Catholics were treated badly.
Before you tell your long story, you're conflating whiteness with your Irish heritage, and they're not linked. Okay, like being of a Scottish heritage or Irish heritage or whatever is a different thing than being a part of the white racial group. Okay, we're talking about two different concepts. What I'm asking you is what places you in this white racial group? What is that thing that makes you white?
My ancestry.
And what is the ancestry?
I just told you, Scottish and Irish.
Okay. Oh, hold on. What are the ancestry? Let's say we have this imaginary person. What ancestry would we have to give this imaginary person that would make them white?
I just told you, Irish and Scottish.
Okay, so only Irish and Scottish people are white.
No, me. I'm giving you examples.
Okay, so oh my God, ma'am. If it's not just Irish and Scottish, who else?
Mostly if they come from Europe.
Europe, okay. So the real answer was Europe. You could have just said European. So if your standard for being white is being European, I need an explanation. Firstly, what's the usefulness of the term white if we could just say you're European?
Because they're talking about a race. We're not talking about where we come from. We're talking about the race, the colour of our skin.
Yeah, but you just told me that being white means being European. That's what you just told me.
I'm just saying we predominantly come from Europe. That's what I'm saying. But
Oh, they
we
predominantly
have
come
white
from
skin.
European. Okay. Oh,
I
where
can't
else
believe
can
I'm
some of
even
them
having
come
this
from?
discussion if black and white exists. Come on.
Suzanne, I don't think that black and white exists. Okay. I think they're social constructs. I think they're fake, but I'm challenging the concept. I'm challenging the consistency of
It's
the
a
concept.
ridiculous argument, isn't it?
I haven't made an argument yet. Like I'm challenging the consistency of your argument. You're arguing that being white means being European, and clearly that's not true. That hasn't been true in this country for 100 years.
But we're not talking about America. You're
I'm
taking it
talking
as
about
a
America.
context of
I'm talking about
Americans,
America
and
now.
Americans have got a big mix. I'm not. We have been here for thousands of years in Scotland and Ireland. We
I
didn't
know,
go to America a few
Suzanne,
hundred
I
years
know,
ago.
Suzanne,
So you're
I know
taking the
that.
context of you're all mixed over there, but we're not. We've been here thousands of years, long before
Suzanne, I
America
know
was even.
that. Suzanne, you're not teaching me. I know that already. What I'm trying to tell you is that I'm trying to help you understand that this concept of
No,
white
you don't need.
is
You don't have to help me
bogus.
understand
There's no
what white
such.
is.
Suzanne, hold up. Did you forget whose fucking thing you're on right now? Did you forget I'm running this shit? So what I'm telling you is that look, I know y'all are proud people. Like, be proud of being Scottish. Be proud of being Irish. I think that shit is cool. Y'all have beautiful culture out there. I just don't think that you're white. I think that white is fake. I think whiteness is made up. I think that whiteness is a concept that people came up with that is arbitrary. And the fact that y'all are struggling to give me a cogent definition of what it is, it kind of proves that. The fact that you said that being white means being European, and then when I repeat it back to you, you say, no, that's not what it means. Like that kind of proves that none of this shit
I
really
didn't
makes
say
any
that's
sense.
not what it means. I said that. I said that's where we come from. But white is a race. We're predominantly come from European because there was black people at
Okay.
first, and then
So
the white
Suzanne,
people came.
let's stop here. I'm gonna ask you this one more time.
Melatonin. There you go. Melatonin or melatonin
Did you
levels.
mean melanin?
Yeah, they're melanin. Yeah.
Melanin. So you mean a lack of melanin, like not having
Yes.
melanin.
Yes, that can separate us. So there's another example.
Okay, so it's not another example, but a lack of melanin would make you white. So, like, would the Koreans be white?
No.
Oh, they're
They're
lacking
Asian.
in melanin. They're lacking in melanin too, ma'am.
But they're still Asian.
Okay, so again, can you explain to me if it's
We
not
have blue
melanin?
eyes.
It
We have
can't
blue
just be.
eyes,
Hold
red
on,
hair.
Suzanne. It can't be melanin if other
The
people
Asians
who are
have blue eyes.
They can.
No, an exception, not the rule, isn't it?
It's saying exception is not the rule.
Yeah, it's the exception, not the rule.
Suzanne, hold
There's
on.
billions
Again,
of.
you forgot whose shit you're on. Okay, this is my shit. So having blue eyes, first of all, is a trait that anyone can inherit. Any race of people can inherit blue eyes. The fact that more of you have blue eyes isn't what makes you white. I don't know why you think that you got me with that one. Again, I can find a Korean with blue eyes. I can find black people with blue eyes. Like the point I'm making is
The black people who you would find with blue eyes have got white
Suzanne,
mix in their
shut the
back.
fuck up because I'm talking right now. So the point I'm making is having blue eyes isn't what makes you white, because there are so many other people that can have blue eyes. The lack of melanin can't be what makes you white, because there's a bunch of different people. I'd say most of the world that are lacking in melanin that aren't considered racially white. So what else could it be?
Well, before I answer that, you tell me why you don't think there's a certain thing is called race. Please elaborate.
Yeah, so race is socially constructed. We can actually find the person who came up with the concept of race, and it's a concept that we've only ever really taken seriously for the past few hundred years. I don't know if you know, but humans have existed for much longer than that. Like this idea of of racial categories, especially the 5 racial categories that we go by here, are completely arbitrary. Even the traits that you're trying to bring up, like eye color and hair color, that's just based on a person's view. Some people would say that those people are white. Some people would say those people aren't white. Who's to say who's right in that situation? There's a guy who was up here not too long ago saying, if you're not mixed with Anglo-Saxon, you aren't white. So that would exclude the Slavs, that would exclude the Celtics, that would exclude the Jews. That guy said that they ain't white if they're not mixed with Anglo-Saxon. Who are you to tell him he's wrong about that?
I don't think Jewish people they would class themselves as white. They're their own race.
But anyway, who are you to tell him he's wrong about that categorization of whiteness? How is he wrong and you right about what whiteness is?
Because he clearly is wrong, if that's what he's saying.
All right. Thank you, Suzanne. I think we're done with you. All right. And shout out to you, Owen. I was going to get back to you, but I forgot what I was about to ask you. And it's like 8 other people in that request now. So let me try to get to these people real quick. Chattingly. My bad, Owen, bro. I didn't want to do you like that, but I want to get to all these other people. I'll bring you back up if you want, but let me try to get these other people here real quick. Real quick. I'm going to go real fast, and I'm going to come right back to you. There's like 8 motherfuckers in the request. All right, Satisfyer. People really care about this shit. Whew. All right, never mind. He bounced. All right, Victor Noel. Race doesn't matter, but you can't just deny it because you feel like it. I can't deny it. What am I denying is what I'm asking here. Like, what is it? What is the race that I'm denying? What is there that we're referring to here? All right, Victor. Am I denying that different people look different? Like, congrats. You said that different people look different. That doesn't make them different kinds of people. All right, Victor, are you okay? I'm going to give you a couple more seconds. I think your connection is kind of ass. All right, never mind, Victor. Your connection is very ass. I'm going to have to get you up out of here. All right, let's go to the next person. Tulane Blacktop. What up, Tulane? What's going on?
Not much. What makes a person white is other.
Hold on. So, firstly, I need your pronouns.
He, him.
All right. Do you think white culture exists?
Of course.
All right. Now you can say what makes a person white. Go ahead.
What makes a person white is other people's perception of them.
Go deeper.
It doesn't have to go any deeper. It's pretty much self-explanatory.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
If someone perceives you as being black, does that mean you have to be black? If someone perceives me as being white, does that affect me?
Yeah,
so I mean, I agree with being white is you see a color and you hate me, right?
Oh, well,
you see the color of my skin and you go, oh, this must be this guy from back then and everything, and I have the right to hate him. So your perception of me is what makes me white.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say any of those things, but I get what you're trying to say. I understand. But shout out to you, Tulane. I don't think you were being like, shout out to you. I actually agree with the overall point you're trying to make. I think you might have misinterpreted what I was getting at here. All right, I'm gonna bring Owen back up here for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get
hello.
Where is he? What up, Owen? I'm gonna get Jasmine in here real quick too. Jasmine, yes. You there?
Yes.
All right. First, can I get your pronouns?
Yeah, she, her, hers.
All right. Do you think that white culture exists?
No.
All right. Well, tell me what makes a person white, and I'm gonna get right to you, Owen.
Well, I mean, you answered it for me when Suzanne was up here, but what makes a person white is back when they came over here, and there were European immigrants that they still considered like Italian or, you know, Spanish, what have you. They realized they were kind of outnumbered, and in order to keep their gang running, they needed to recruit more white folks. So then they became white. So white is just a race, is just a social construct to place you in a hierarchy that exists.
All right, Owen, real quick. So I was about to ask you something. Did you have something you want to throw in there while I think about what I was trying to ask you?
Throw in there about what she just said, or
just, I guess, overall. I don't know if you.
I don't know. I kind of forgot what I was saying. Should we just restart this?
Well, let me get a couple more people because there's actually like 5 more motherfuckers requesting right here. Usually I try to do these one by one, but fuck it. Let's.
I want to hear what is Cat Machine in the request, because I really would like to see him say some shit.
Yeah, let me bring all these motherfuckers in here.
Here he goes. Yeah, all right. Yeah, this should be interesting.
We gonna have. I'll let the chaos go for a little bit.
What makes a person black, Dan? What makes a person black?
4 fingers up my cunt.
Yo.
Does somebody want to answer Cat Machine? Because he wasn't listening to the entire, explanation of race being a social construct. So the same way that we can answer what makes a person white is the same way we answer what makes a person black. Be for real.
It's physical appearance. It's physical appearances.
Yeah, so race is based on phenotype. It's just based on how you look.
Ethnicity is culture and religion and like languages and customs and stuff.
Exactly. And listen, I only respect ethnicities and nationalities over here, man. We don't pay attention to racial groups. These racial categories are arbitrary. These motherfuckers, what we consider the white race, depends on who you ask. If you ask one motherfucker, they'll say they're Anglo-Saxons. If you ask one person, they're all people with white skin. If you ask another, it depends on who you ask.
Like, I really want to know,
like
do these
Clarence
do
Thomas,
people
I feel
think
like he's
that
white
a
by
white person
convenience.
is like, do they understand, like, you have to look like a sheet of construction paper, like, to be actually white? Like,
That's not true. Italians, they are.
That's not what I'm
tanned
talking
most
about.
of
I'm
the
talking
time.
about the color white.
Italians are white by convenience because it
Yeah, I
helps
agree with
the
you.
main group of white people that Italians are white because they would rather.
They're institutionalized whites. I understand
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like the Italians, they weren't even considered white in this country till like
The
a little
Irish
under
as
20
well,
years ago.
and they looked white.
And like the host said, you can literally trace this back to the person who made this whole shit up. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name. I think it's like Sarara or something like that. I can't remember.
It's something I can't pronounce, so that it didn't stick in my brain. But yeah.
It's like a guy came up with this concept and we just ran
Wait,
with
so
it.
if you line up like just average black man and an average white man, you can't tell the difference?
Wait, what?
Yeah, well, no, obviously they look different, right? Like
So there is different races then,
but
because they do look different.
These
You
differences.
said a black woman and a black man?
I didn't say black woman. I just said black man and black man and a white man.
So, like, I would say, like, yes, we look different, but all people look different from each other, right? Like, I don't think that the differences that the way that they try to categorize these racial groups are so arbitrary. Is not, we can't use that as a hard way to separate them into different kinds of people. Because that's what the racial groups were made to do. That was kind of like following us off as this is this kind of person, that's that kind of person. And we're all just people. Like, we're all just humans. We're not different kinds of humans.
I agree. And I kind of operate from the same way. But at the same time, I think it's important to realize that systemically, this is like never going to go away. This is always going to be a thing. So, like, when I first started like unpacking my own internalized racism and shit, I realized that like the people that say, well, I don't see color, like that is more harmful to systemic and just outright racism than to just be like, well, say anything else, basically. Just don't say that you don't see color, because everybody does. And even though, yes, we are all human beings, the way that we perceive each other because of the class system of race is going to be different. Like the privileges that are afforded to me as a white woman are going to be more than that of a black man, no matter what.
Well, I didn't really want to get too deep into that part of it. I'm mainly just sticking to the racial categories and how they're. What are we using to identify these racial categories?
Right, but I
And
don't think it's solely off of like complexion, because we see albinos as whatever phenotypical features that they would have from whatever race that they came from, or
Also Asians.
That's pretty nuanced though. Like you gotta understand that when we say like white, it's like phenotypically you look white, someone's gonna call you white. If they know you intimately and they know that you're albino but you're actually African American, then yeah, they're
but
gonna.
you can tell.
Everyone can
You
tell
can
an
tell when an
albino.
You can
albino
though.
It's so
You
easy.
can't always.
It's so
not,
easy.
not gonna lie,
100%.
just like we
The
have black
hairdo.
albinos in our family, we can tell they black. Like they look black.
100%.
I mean, but
Dude, look
not
at
every
Black
single
Lightning.
time. I'm just saying across
I
the
don't think I've seen a
board, like.
single albino African that I didn't know was African.
They do
Like they're
look
very
black. But like
obviously
what
black.
we're using to decide what looks black is arbitrary. That's the point I'm making.
That's true.
And I believe that, host.
Yeah.
So even
A lot
the
of people
race
have
Asians.
Sorry,
Sorry,
what?
I interrupted. I interrupted.
No, a lot of people seem to have some contention with the whole thing about like I said basically everything that is culture with white people, I was speaking specifically in America, is stolen. There is no original thing that makes white culture. Everything that they think is their culture, besides like NASCAR and shit, was stolen from somebody else. And even then, NASCAR was founded and started with only black drivers. Fun fact.
Well,
To be
hold
fair,
on,
nothing's
hold on.
pure original. To be fair, like nothing's purely original, like in culture.
Besides
Everything-
indigenous culture.
Not
true
even.
either.
Like
How so?
Because
They
they would have
came
just
over
got their
the
culture
tribes.
from somewhere else. What do you mean?
No,
They
I mean,
traveled
what do you
over the
mean?
Great
What do you
Land
mean when we
Bridge.
were the first people here?
Yeah,
Yes,
other
correct.
tribes, other
Okay,
cultures.
Yeah,
well,
but they still
I think
got their
yes.
culture
Right, so
from
every
somewhere
indigenous
else.
tribe has
It's not
different
your
culture
tribe.
and different practices.
So
Yeah.
Indigenous culture is
here's
the
what makes
only
it different to
original
me, right?
culture.
Here's what
No,
makes
it
it
isn't
different to me.
Katia.
What
Sorry.
I
what
hear
makes
you,
it
Quinn. I hear you.
hold on. What makes it
Not
different
Gary.
to me? Because I think there's a difference from like iterating on something that already exists and literally copying, right? I think that's what makes the difference.
Right.
There's like rock and roll, for example. Like black people invented the genre of rock and roll, and
They literally invented the
they had-
banjo.
They had white bands who would do covers of those songs, like literal, like word for word covers. That's stealing. Now, if somebody takes a genre and they tweak it and they put their own spin on it and do something else with it, that's a different thing. That's not stealing.
But do
appreciation.
they do something else with it, or they just do the
But
same
like,
thing?
But I do have a
that's a
question.
good
So,
question.
like, do you
Is
think?
what's
Sorry.
appreciation and what's appropriation? What do you
I don't
guys
think it's
think?
Great
appropriate.
question.
Well, one
Whenever
is
you're
copying
doing
down to the
it to
T,
like,
one is slightly modifying it. or
right.
like
Yo, I
majorly
have a
modifying
good
it.
example though. I think what black people did to basketball, white people did to like country and rock and roll. If that makes
But that's
sense.
not true though.
I totally disagree with that because,
What do
like,
you mean? Hear me out. Because basketball was created by a white guy in America.
yeah,
I guess
and
that version.
black
That
people made
version
it better, correct?
Exactly. Guess what?
Yes,
Rock and
but
roll and
did
country
white
was
people
created
make
by black
country
people.
music better?
No, I didn't say make it better. I said when people think of basketball, they don't think of white people. I'm be honest. They think of like LeBron James, Steph Curry, and stuff. But when they think of
Dude, I
country
think
music,
of
they think
Larry
of
Bird, bro. Don't throw shade on my
okay,
boy.
yeah, but
I was
like
gonna say like
Larry
I mean,
Bird ain't
that
playing
guy
no
was
I follow
gangster.
basketball.
basketball
Larry Bird,
heavy, and there are
my
some.
yeah,
dad,
but
low key, he
but
was
now.
gangster, but
Like with country, people don't think of like some like Ray Charles. He had a lot of country songs taken out, but like a lot of people don't think of other black country artists. That makes sense. Like they both
Darius
took it like
Ruckus, bro.
yeah, that's true too. Like, but no one thinks of them like willy nilly. Like when people think of country, they
Well,
think of white people.
I think
Yeah,
of
like the
Beyonce.
example that
and that's
I've
the
had
I think of
problem is
Beyonce.
because
but
when we
here,
think of country music and like the origins and kind of just like the genre in general, we do associate that with white people, especially in America. But like,
Same with,
Yeah,
same
correct.
with
it's
basketball.
important to
Same with basketball.
understand that we didn't start that shit. We didn't
Oh,
come
I'm
up
saying,
with that stuff first.
of course, but
But
I'm saying same with
here's
basketball. Like,
part of his point.
Yeah, that's
We
what I
yeah,
modify
think. Like
language.
a good
Here's the
example of that
okay.
for me. A good example for that because I'm from New Orleans, right? And y'all know we have the Creole Cajun cuisine here, and like I've had conversations with people about gumbo because I would say like gumbo is like a regional dish for us in New Orleans, and most of America would agree on that. But
what is
then our
gumbo?
Well, don't let
gu-
white people get it. They'll put some sultanas in it.
yeah, I can't stand that shit. Wait, did you say what is gumbo?
Yeah, dude, I'm from like the north, bro.
Oh my
But you're
god.
But you
American.
don't
I'm
know what
You
Australian.
don't
I
know
know
what
what
gumbo is?
gumbo is.
Google
Dude,
it.
I eat
It's so
tater tot
good,
hot
bro.
dish, bro.
Google's
Gumbo
free,
I
bro.
eat
Especially in
too.
Canada.
Google's free, and I
Gum,
bet you would like gumbo.
No, Google
is
that
gumbo
shit.
just a
Gumbo
stew,
is
though?
delicious, bro. It's delicious. Google it, bro.
Yo,
Google it.
can I say something? I was gonna say that,
Oh, go ahead.
like, honestly, I feel like people like to bring up statistics on black people all the time, but like they fail to acknowledge the material conditions of black people. They fail
Correct.
to realize that, honestly, I feel like there's some type of psyop going on against black
I
people and
agree.
on
I
black
agree.
culture.
I
Uh,
agree.
and I think reintegration with black people in schools actually did more harm for black schools
I
than
totally
anything.
agree. I totally agree.
Okay. We're going off the deep end here. We're getting a
I
little
mean, he was right.
we getting a little
He
too
was
deep for
right.
me. Yeah,
That'll
y'all a little too
happen.
woke for me right now, bro. This is a little too woke for
Is
me.
that woke or is that true?
It's truth, though.
It's
Yeah.
just this
Hold
conversation is
up. The
bound to
person.
naturally progress that way. But
Okay,
I see
okay.
what you're saying, host. If you're trying to keep it like really,
Yeah,
no
We
pun
I kind
lost
of
the
intended,
wanted to
black and
plot.
focus on
white. If you're
the
trying
I
to
kind of
keep it
wanted to
that
focus on
way,
this
like I understand.
Oh, in
categorization
the nice
combo.
way.
But I mean, if y'all, I don't know, if y'all want to,
But like,
I
host,
mean,
hear
he
me
ain't
out.
wrong.
The person who created the stoplight, they weren't around white kids in a school when they made the stoplight. The person who did open heart surgery, he wasn't around white people in a school when he did that. Uh, the person who I can name countless inventions that black
Wait,
people created before reintegration,
so you want
and
segregation?
And then it got
Kind
stolen.
of. Maybe. Yes. Maybe.
yeah.
No,
So
well, no,
what?
I
okay,
don't
Maybe.
okay,
call for
Yes.
segregation.
Segregation.
I
I'm
think I
kind
would
of
like
not
to
mad
hold
at
call
that.
for
on. Listen,
there's
Yo, we lost the plot.
Yeah,
I
No,
we
that's
going off
not
the
a
deep end
bad
here.
thing, though. Like,
That
So
is
why?
not a bad
Simba,
take.
hold on. I think that people are taking the wrong lesson from what happened with segregation. All right. I think that the fact that black people persevered and did great things despite actively being oppressed
Yes.
upon during those days,
Correct.
I think that that was in spite of the segregation, not because of it. I don't think that we should be doing it again to try to make things
no,
like
that
that's
is
not
not
going to
my
make
point,
things any better.
host. Do you know what redlining is?
I know what redlining
Are you
is.
gonna ask a
Okay.
black man
What
that's
is
for real?
redlining?
Okay, but like that's the point I'm getting to. Redlining is the reason why reintegration was such a failure.
No, I get that part of it. All I'm saying is I don't want
Yes,
us
it
to
was a
take
failure.
that. I don't want us to take
Because white people just
that
get
stuff
mad at, like,
as a hold on, Simba, hold on, because
sorry,
I
I
don't want us to
apologize.
take we're taking the wrong lesson from this history. I don't think that we should be taking that history and saying, you know what, maybe we should just go back to segregation. I don't think that that's the answer.
I'm saying that.
No, I say
I'm
we
saying
get
that.
rid of our tax system. I don't want our schools to be funded based off of the local property taxes. That's stupid. That only advantages rich white people.
Yeah, I
They
mean I
get
agree
paid
with
off
that.
test
Yeah, but
scores
black people are
Do you know what
too.
overvoted, you
happened
know?
when black people had, like, when they what do you call it?
We were segregated.
No, when they weren't segregated. You know how
Like
what's that
Jim
called
Crow?
when you not Jim Crow, goddamn.
Reconstruction.
No, something with a T. So they had you know how all these people were like the oh, it's going up, going down, going up, going down, right?
So
Stock
black
market?
people, yes, stock market. Yes, thank you. Yes.
Are you
So
talking
black
about like
people,
Black Wall Street?
yes, Black Wall Street. Do you know what
Oh,
white
the
people
Tulsa
did? They burnt
massacre.
it down to the ground. They
Yeah,
burnt
the
it
I know
down.
about
Tulsa
Tulsa, brother.
massacre.
I know about Tulsa. Again, this is another one of those things where you're taking the wrong lesson from that. I don't think the lesson
So
should
what
be.
should the lesson be then?
The lesson should
I
be white
think,
people shouldn't want to blow people up because they're doing
but they're
good
always
in a
going
certain
to.
section
This is
of the
their.
world.
I'm sorry. This is their culture. This is what they
It's a
do.
small minority
There is
of
no white
whites.
It's a
culture.
small
There's only a
minority.
white
Then why are they
brand.
still doing it?
There's no white culture. There's a white brand.
Exactly. Then I agree. I agree. They don't have culture, but why are they still doing this?
I mean, we can look at gun violence, like if we want to like get down to like which race does the most crimes.
I mean, who's
Okay, we can.
statistically
Okay,
more
Gun
no,
likely
no,
to
no,
homicide
shoot up a
rates,
no,
but
no.
school?
I
We
don't want
can.
to go down
Okay, we
Who's
can
there.
talk about who
statistically
does
more
the
likely
most
to
crimes,
shoot up a
but who's the
school?
most policed, though, right?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. But again,
And
like,
same crime,
listen,
different
I
Dude, I
hear
can't
what
charge.
keep
you're
talking
saying.
about this. I want to go to college, bro.
Look, bro,
Yeah,
look, y'all. I think
I want
that
to go to college instead.
again, like segregation was bad, and they did terrible things to us, and it sucked. And we did great things despite all of that. I don't think it was because of all of that. I don't think that we should be saying that we need to separate from white people completely.
I think we
I think that we tried that, and we see that it didn't work. We tried it already.
well, it did work for a bit, but
It
it's not.
didn't. We got
How's
blown
it
up.
What do you
working
think the
now?
Remember?
Black Panthers did, bro? They were building a system on top of the white system, and the government literally tore it down.
Correct.
Do you see what you just said? Like, you don't think that's going to happen again if we.
Right, but like, there's
But
no
don't
way.
be weak then. Don't be weak.
There's no way that. So the
Be
reason why
harder.
the
Be
government
harder.
targeted the system is because it was a direct threat to the system, which means that's like the soft underbelly of the government. You know, that's the thing you should be doing. You want people to reject the government. The moment
Work with
that
the
people
government.
don't favor the government anymore, I mean, their whole legitimacy is gone.
Mm. Well, the legitimacy of the government has always been gone. I mean, we have Donald Trump as a president.
That's not true,
president.
bro.
I thought you. Wait, Sam, are you in like? Are you? Do you live in
I
America?
lived in
Oh, you
America
lived.
for 3 years. I mean, he's literally like controlling the world, correct?
Every U.S. president has been, and he's been
Yes,
elected.
correct.
So the people wanted him there. So
To be fair,
Yeah,
I do
and
think
that's a problem.
So
I
don't know.
there's one thing I do like about Trump. I think he shows the true face of America. A lot of
I
other
agree.
presidents,
I agree.
you know, I think, to be honest, like Obama, he wasn't all that. Even Biden, but the thing is, they
No, the Obama
paint
was
the pretty
not,
picture.
bro, Obama was weak.
They made us
Obama was weak, but
was
he
less
provided
worried about
more
it.
job opportunities, and the unemployment rate went down versus where
Yes,
we're at
okay,
right
who
now.
cares? The richer
Obama
got
was
richer.
weak, right? But he didn't create the super duper inflation and tariffs that we're currently at right now.
Obama should
So
have
make
nationalized the
that make
banks,
sense.
and the people who caused
Where
the
do you see
2008
Who cares
recession
about
factually
should have
that?
been criminal.
But we're not
that
talking
Obama
about
was
that.
quote
I'm
unquote
talking
weak?
about. Do you know why I think he was weak? Because he
It's not
listened
about what you
to
think or feel. I
Israeli.
said, tell me
Okay, well, I will
factually
say
how he
this.
was weak.
Okay, so
What
he
laws,
listened to
policies, and procedures did he implement that are
Netanyahu,
weak?
right? He listened to Netanyahu. So
Bro,
he
how did you
gave
get to the
So
president?
literally
listening to
lots of
someone makes you
schmoms
weak.
to
Oh, okay.
Netanyahu,
There's
right?
nothing wrong with
So to me,
Netanyahu.
that's weak. To me, there's
Great.
nothing wrong
But
with
all y'all was on
Netanyahu.
Obamacare. But
Wait,
all y'all
Owen,
was
are
on
you a
Obamacare. Now
Zionist?
y'all are crying about these
Yo,
Medicare
Wait, are
prices,
you a
right?
Zionist,
Healthcare.
Are
Yeah.
you
Okay.
actually a
Owen, are
Zionist,
you a
bro?
Zionist?
it was a mild joke. Chill,
But
bro.
are you a
Oh, okay,
Zionist?
okay, okay. I was gonna have to get you the fuck up out of here. I'm sorry.
I
I can't deal with that.
joke, I kid. Like,
But y'all continue. Y'all continue your thing. I'm gonna let it rock for a little bit.
Yes, I literally think he was weak. He didn't do what he should have done.
What was
I
he
was
supposed to
caught up on
do?
that. I thought it was like gonna change it. He. Do you know what he did? Stock by standard
negotiate.
America. America, yes. Let's go schmom those countries. The brown countries, right? My countries,
Oh
right?
yeah, hell yeah,
How old
bro.
are you?
I
Yo, he
am
did like
37.
You're
Why'd you have
37
to
years
think about
old. and you sound very uneducated. So you're
Do I
saying
sound
that a
uneducated? Okay,
black
wait,
man
hold up.
was
How do
supposed
I
to
sound
turn the
uneducated? I
tides
sound.
of an economic recession, right? Keep in mind, he was black. During that time, there was a lot going on between 9/11 and also, of course, everything else, because it wasn't too long from
Okay,
segregation.
okay. But what did he do to the rest of the world? He
What was he
literally
supposed to do as a
schmommed.
black man? He
Not
was our first
schmom
black
other
president.
countries. Not schmom other countries.
Are you
Right?
white?
To be
But-
fair, all presidents do that. Like all presidents.
Yes, no, it's a problem. To
Are
me, it's
you
a problem.
white? Yes
Just
or
because
no?
everyone does it. Okay, so we have an example of Mamdani. Just because, like, you maybe could just do differently, right? You maybe could. For you. Just because every president did it before you, it doesn't mean that you should do it now, right?
Mamdani's not even a president. He's the mayor of New York City.
No,
What the
I'm
fuck are you
talking.
talking about?
Okay, here's my example.
Take an
If
analogy.
he can. Yes, thank you.
Wait, okay. So like again, like the reason I even said that is because I don't think that like saying you shouldn't be bombing, like I agree that they shouldn't be bombing other countries, but like you could say that about anybody. I don't think
But
that's
no,
like a
but
thing
there's no
to-
but. There's no but.
What
America
There's a
always
but.
has a but. Where's the but? Okay, for
Obama dropped
example,
560 airstrikes at Pakistan, Yemen, and Somalia. It was for a reason. And the
what's the
terrorism.
reason? What is the reason?
Terrorism.
Oh,
Literally chopping heads off innocent
wow.
Really, and
people.
not the
You might be
opium
the
fields inside
terrorist.
of
You might be.
Afghanistan.
No.
But you never actually like
Americans might
questioned
be the
whether or not you were
terrorists.
white.
They're not just sending airstrikes in civilians.
Americans might
They're
be a
sending
That was
them
a
on
question.
terrorists.
You might be the bad guys. Maybe.
So you're
Oh, we're the
white.
bad guys
Just
for
saying.
stopping people cutting off civilians'
Yeah.
heads. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't. Okay, you sound like Israeli.
Wait, so Simon, hold on, because I have a rule actually. I don't like talking politics with foreigners. Like if you're not from America, I'm not going to talk about American politics with you. So if we want to just move back onto the original conversation we were having, I don't know if Jay wanted to chime in on what he thought makes a person white.
I asked him that like several times, and he just kept talking and doing what he's doing.
Yeah,
Yo,
Simon, are
guys,
you white?
why do Americans like to eat butter?
Okay, good.
What did he say?
Thank you, Kat. Whatever. I don't know what that was about.
Dude, his
All right,
accent is so
Simon.
thick. I couldn't hear him.
That's so funny.
I think he was saying, "Did we eat butter or something?" I don't know. Simon,
Dude,
are
I
you white?
eat butter all the time. Every night
Mr.
before bed, I
Educator
eat a
hasn't
stick of
talked.
butter.
Mr. Educator hasn't talked.
Now I'm gonna get to him. I just want to know if he's white. But then we'll move on to it. Simon, are you white? Simon, or Simba? My bad, Simba. I've been calling you the wrong fucking name.
Oh, yeah.
Simba, are you white?
My dad is half white, yes.
So you're.
So I
your
guess
dad is
if
half
that
white.
makes me white.
Okay.
I don't know.
What is your
I
mom?
guess that's where we can have this conversation. So my
What
dad
is
is
your
half
What
white.
is your mom? What is your mom?
She's Maori.
So you're fucking white. You know
Yeah, that
what?
sounds-
Y'all be
yeah,
pissing me to fuck off. We asked for your
No,
race, not your
you be-
ethnicity. Oh my god. Why is it so hard for y'all to answer simple questions? So
I
your race
literally
is
just
white.
answered it.
No, you said but this, but
I said
that.
my
We didn't
dad
ask
is
for your
half
You said
ethnicity.
your,
Oh my God.
dad was half blight. Like what the fuck? That doesn't tell
I
me.
said
Ask
half
me
white.
the same question.
But anyway, so Mr.
I
Educator,
literally no, I did not
okay,
say
Simba,
my.
I think we're done with you now, Miss Simba.
Bro, you pissing
so,
me off.
Mr. Educator, what makes a person white?
Being Caucasian?
Being Caucasian. What does being Caucasian mean?
I don't know. I'm white.
I'm asking, what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Correct.
Traditionally, like European, Caucasian descent, I guess.
European.
Not from African lineage, from,
Not
conquistadors or.
So just not black.
Would you say not? So you're saying not African makes you white?
Do you know there's other
no,
nations
no,
besides
no.
Africa, right?
I'm saying like
Africa's
no
not a nation,
ancestry
dumbass.
from Africa, because that is where
But there's
all
other
life
nations.
originated.
All right, hold on. So, Mr. Educator, your standard you said was non-African, European, whatever. The, firstly, what do you say about Italians and Irish and Greeks and all these other people not being considered white until like the 1920s? What do you say about that?
I mean, it's fucked up.
Were
We
they
should
actually
obviously
not
treat
white then, or
humans as
were people just
humans.
lying? Hold on, were they actually not white then, or were people just lying about that?
I think people get creative with ethnicity when it fits their needed boogeyman.
Oh my god. Y'all are so
Wait, what?
fucking dumb. Y'all don't know the difference between race or ethnicity. You're just like Simba. Oh
Wait,
my
To be
wait,
god.
fair,
wait.
What are you
Okay, don't
talking
get it
about? I'm
twisted,
actually talking
motherfucker.
about
Y'all
I
don't know the
promise you,
difference
do
between
not
race
get
and
it twisted.
ethnicity.
I promise you, don't get it twisted.
Wait. So, Mr. Educator,
You
so
fucking loser.
you're saying that basically they make
You
it
ain't
up
as
as they
clever
go
as me. I
along, pretty
promise
much.
you're
They
not
just make shit up
No.
as they go
I
along.
promise you.
No, I'm saying that white
Fucking
people are
loser.
very good at scapegoating slightly less white people into being a minority, like they did with the Irish and the Italian.
Yeah, but what I'm asking is, what does it mean? Like, what makes a person? What is more whiteness and less whiteness? Like, I don't know what whiteness is.
It's a gene
it's
defect.
being on the top.
It's a gene.
Being on the
It's
top.
a gene defect. You realize, like black people are like the progenitor. Like,
Well, I
the
realize
fuck up.
I
There are
understand that
other
all
races
humans
besides
originate in
black
Africa. I
people.
understand that. I'm just trying to understand, like, I'm trying to get a solid understanding of these racial groups.
So if we say that, right, the true Nilotic people of Africa are the Nubians, right, and we know for a fact that set aside from admixture, those would be basically the only people that have been touched in, or I don't understand how come you can't answer his question. I'm really trying to figure it out as a white man. Like, are you lost or are you just playing lost?
I
don't think that
told
any
you
white
that
person.
white
I don't think
people
that any.
are usually European descendants. I mean, majority of the white people in America have European heritage, right?
But y'all, every time we ask y'all, what's your ethnicity? Where you come from? What does it mean to be white? Right? Y'all can never seem to answer the question, which I don't
said it.
understand. Like,
answered
you
the
would think
I mean, you
that
question.
said I
being
didn't
white
say
and
that.
whitey
I mean, this
supremacy,
guy.
y'all would be
I
so
said I was
super
white.
pro-white, and y'all
This
don't
guy
know
be
nothing
mad at
about
everybody,
yourself.
Wait,
but
so
continue.
the reason I'm asking
He
this
is.
is because if we first of all, I don't think that it's reasonable to collect such different peoples as one group, like calling everybody in Europe one thing. Like, I
Correct. That
understand
is
calling them
different
all
things.
No,
European.
see,
Correct. I
that's the
agree.
thing. That's why you have so much trouble understanding, is because you lack nuance. When I say
Well, so then
immigration from
speak.
European countries, I'm not saying just all of Europe is one race. I'm saying the multiple different nationalities and ethnicities that come from Europe account for a lot of white people in America now.
Yeah, but when you say a lot, how
I
much
am
is it?
also Italian, but I am not.
But
I'm
Italian
still
is
white.
what?
But Mister
But to be
Mister,
fair,
Italian's not
sorry about
white.
that.
wait. So, Mister,
Italian's
what,
what?
what I'm trying to get at here, like, I'm trying to
I don't
get
know
what
who
I'm trying
has
to get an
an issue with me.
understanding of the necessary conditions that makes a person white
Bro.
100% of the
Fam.
time. So, like, if there's all these exceptions and these people are white and maybe they're white sometimes, like, it's too finicky to me. I need a cogent definition, a cogent list of requirements that make you white. What is that?
So you
Having
you are
inherent privilege.
no, that don't make you white. You said finicky. Wait, can you restate that? And also, once you restate that, where did you get that from? Someone told you that?
Yeah, so like what whiteness is so broad and vague. Like it's referring to a bunch of different peoples as one thing. Like at least for a lot of the people that try to explain it to me here, a lot of them will just say European descendant. Firstly, like we already have a word for Europeans, it's Europeans. But secondly, like all these people, they aren't all one big hunky, right? Like they all have they don't share one culture, one language,
You said
one
Bantu.
food. Like they're not all one people. So I
Kind
don't
of.
understand you collecting them all as one name.
Your claim and statement is the social construct of race is basically incorrect. Like it doesn't exist based off of what you're saying. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I don't think race exists. I mean, science says race doesn't exist.
Yes. So technically speaking, if we want to be technical,
Ethnicity.
the social construct of race only exists because of the classification of what white people made it to be. Right.
Yes.
So when we talk about white supremacy and
Americans are insane. Americans are
I
insane.
literally
Bro,
said
shut
that
the
at
fuck
the
up because
beginning.
you're white. So I don't know what the fuck you're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
bitch, I'm
Anyway.
Modi. Bitch, you could never be me.